Welcome everyone to the Deep Dive. Today, well, we're doing exactly that, diving deep into some really key global news highlights from July 16th, 2025. Our mission, like always, is to pull out the important stuff from the headlines, help you get informed quickly and maybe find some surprising links along the way.
Exactly. And we're not just listing things off. The idea is to connect what might seem like totally separate events, give you a more holistic view of what's happening globally, see those threads connecting everything. That's what we're after.
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack this then, starting with some, well, pretty interesting moves on the global trade scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, big news out of Beijing. President Xi Jinping and Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese met. They're talking about reaffirming and strengthening their trade ties.
Right.
But, given the sometimes rocky history there, what's really behind this push now? Is it just economics or something more strategic maybe?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly where it gets interesting, isn't it? Enhancing economic cooperation is definitely the stated goal, but it absolutely fits into these bigger geopolitical games.
Okay.
And you see this commitment between China and Australia, and then you sort of contrast it with U.S. President Trump's new trade agreement with Indonesia.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
That was announced too.
Yeah, framed as getting, better terms for the U.S., so you put those side by side, and it really shows these very different ways countries are handling international economics now.
So competing strategies almost.
Definitely competing. This move towards like bilateral deals, even from big players like the U.S., it suggests maybe the old global trade rules are, well, fragmenting a bit, could create new sort of power dynamics, make things less predictable for business.
Yeah, that makes sense. A shifting landscape for sure. But while trade deals are being reshaped, we also got a stark reminder about ongoing security challenges. A pretty serious event just unfolded.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
that?
8 Filipino crew members, they were rescued and are safe now in Jeddah. This was after their ship, the MV Eternity Sea, was attacked by Houthi rebels. The Department of Foreign Affairs confirmed they're okay getting help, which is, good news out of a bad situation.
That is good news for the crew. But yeah, connecting that to the bigger picture, it really underscores the constant dangers in global shipping, especially in hotspots like the Red Sea, right? Houthi attacks there have been disrupting things, raising insurance costs. It's a persistent problem.
Really highlights the volatility.
It really does. And speaking of challenges, maybe closer to home for some listeners, there's this situation in Canada. The public safety minister is facing some tough questions
How about what?
about some immigration support letters written previously for someone who's now alleged to be part of a terrorist group.
Yeah.
So it really brings up that tricky intersection of, national security and public trust. It's still developing, and obviously we're just reporting the facts as they emerge, staying impartial here.
Right. A very sensitive issue.
Yeah.
Definitely impacts public confidence. Kind of makes you want to escape reality for a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Which actually kind of leads perfectly into our next story. Shows how fast the cultural scene is changing. And this is where it gets really interesting, I think. Spotify. They're now the official audio streaming partner for the Esports World Cup 2025.
Wow. Okay. That's quite a move.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And it raises that question, right? What does this actually tell us about where media and entertainment are heading?
Good question.
Because this partnership, it's more than just a sponsorship sticker. It really signals this growing convergence. You've got these big traditional entertainment platforms like Spotify actively tapping into that huge, digitally native esports audience.
No, new ways to reach people.
New ways to reach people, new ways to make money, for sure. But it also kind of fundamentally reshapes how brands connect with youth culture. It's blurring those lines,
Right.
between sports, music, digital life. It's a big indicator of where our free time, our entertainment is going.
That's a great point. So, okay, in just these few minutes, we've gone from global trade strategy shifts through serious security issues on the seas and at home, and landed right in the middle of digital culture and esports. Quite the range today.
It really is. It covers a lot of ground. So the question for you listening is, what does all this mean? How do these things, a trade deal here, a rescue there, a minister under scrutiny, a gaming partnership, how do they connect? They reflect this really complex sort of interconnected world we're in. And staying informed helps you navigate it, right? Maybe think about which of these shifts, trade, security, culture, might actually touch your own life, your job, even just how you relax most profoundly in the next few years. Definitely something to chew on.